turabashuje mwese abakurikiranye C4 TV ndizera ko mumeze neza kandi muri kugira ibihe byiza nkuko mumenyereye uwo mugiye kubana ni Tofa tuba tuganira ku bintu byinshi bitandukanye dufite insanganyamatsiko zitandukanye uyu munsi nabazaniye ikindi kintu cyiza tugiye kuganira as you can see ubwo tugiye kuganira byinshi bitandukanye nko muri kuri screen yanyu igitabo cyitwa How to Make It Big in the USA dufite umutumirwa ugiye kutangira bibwira kandi ari buze kubabwira byinshi cyane kuri iki gitabo bo mugiye kubana ni Tofa kandi tubahaye ikaze kandi tubifuriza kugubwa neza aho muherereye hose. So thank you so much. I'm welcoming you here in the studio of C4 TV and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for your invitation. I really appreciate it. It's an honor for me.
Yeah, thank you. So you can start by telling us who you are since I think it's the first time to see you. The people, our audience, they don't know you, like they are not familiar with you. So you can start by introducing yourself, tell them who you are. Thank you.
Sure. I'm Selma. I'm a single mother of 3 children, 2 boys and 1 daughter. And I moved here in US like 8 years ago. Yeah, and when I moved, I didn't know how to speak English.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to learn English here, and one of the things really that made me learn fast English was to help my children.
Help your children. Yeah. Are we gonna come to that? Thank you. Abantu badukurikiranye rero nkuko muri kubibona dufite umutumirwa hano yitwa Selma Jacinto Domingos. Akaba ari atuye hano muri Kentucky. Akaba avuze ati jewe di Selma naje hano ndi single mother cyangwa se ari njyewe n'abana banjye nkaba narize kuvuga ijambo rya mbere ry'icyongereza ngeze hano muri Amerika ugiye kutubwira ibindi bikorwa byinshi yagiye akora biri butume wenda hari abo bifasha no kuba motivated cyangwa bikura hamwe bijyana handi. So Selma, you were talking about like the way you learn English, but here I have a book that you wrote. Isn't it something like I can't believe you how you wrote a book. This is an English book and you didn't speak any English at all. How did you do it?
Yes, because when I moved here, I was trying to make my kids in the school, and the education of my children was really my priority. And in order for me to help my children going to school and help them also understand where we are, I saw this as one way also to help my children learn English and fast. So I started doing a lot of volunteer work to learn with American accents, doing volunteer at the hospitals. I did volunteer in the stores. I did volunteer at my children's schools because I wanted to learn and participate on my children's life where they are learning in school, who are their friends, who are their professors, their teachers. And I studied a lot. I start asking people to help me with the accent, to help me learn English. I went to school here to learn English. And what's really helped me understand the very fast English and the learn fast was talking with the other people, you know, and not have, because when we move here, we have afraid, that other people will judge us because we don't know English, and maybe we think, they will think you don't speak English, you never went to school. But
that was my other question. Did you go to school in Angola?
Yes, I went to school in Angola. I was a professor in Angola at the public university.
Okay, but they don't speak English there?
We speak Portuguese. In Angola, we don't speak English.
Okay, you were a professor at university, but which used Portuguese.
Yes, Portuguese, no English. As I told, when I came here, I was like, "What's they are talking?"
Yeah. Okay, so rero kutubwira afite inkuru itangaje cyane. No kuvuga ngo ava muri Angola yari umwarimu muri kaminuza, ariko igihugu cya Angola ntabwo bakoresha icyongereza. Bakoresha igiportuguese cyangwa ururimi rwo muri Portugal hanyuma aza muri Amerika nta jambo na rimwe ry'icyongereza avuga, ari kwibaza se bigiye kugenda gute. Atubwiye inkuru ndende y'ukuntu byagenze, abanza gukora ku bigo by'amashuri bitandukanye by'abana be nk'ubwitange, nko kwitanga kugira ngo abashe kumenya icyongereza, ariyo gahunda afite. Hanyuma arakomeza akajya aganiriza n'abantu benshi batandukanye, agafasha abana be kugira ngo amenye icyongereza, kuko cyari cyo kintu cya mbere agomba kumenya kugira ngo amenye kuvuga icyongereza. Ari byo mpamvu tuvuga ari nk'abantu baza afite imyaka ikiri mikeya cyangwa akumva ko ari mukuru, afite imyaka 40 ndi mukuru, ntabwo nakwiga ururimi rushyashya ngo ndumenye, ariko we yigishije icyongereza guhera kuri zero. Ubu ngubu muri kumva icyongereza avuga ni cyiza, bigeza naho yandika igitabo, ari byo tugiye kurebaho. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like many people who always complain they have all the age, like I'm 40, I cannot learn a new language and understand it. I think that's a challenge to them because you did it. You were, how old were you?
When I moved, I was 35 years
35
old.
and having kids.
35, having kids, just with my children.
How many kids did you have?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids, raising them, plus learning English, and also try to put something on the table because you had to provide. What you were alone. She's saying, ari kuvuga ko yari wenyine, afite abana be agomba kubarera kandi agomba no kwiga no kuvuga icyongereza. Thank you. You really did a great job. So coming to your story, which is in this book, we want to talk about this book a little bit and what people can learn through this book that you wrote. Like where the idea came from to write a book?
When I was working in a bank, after I learned English, I had a lot of immigrants like me and also other immigrants. They heard my accent and they asked, "Oh, where you come from?" I say, "Oh, I'm from Angola." And what language did you speak before? I said Portuguese, and they were very curious. Like, oh, I told them I never learned English before. I just learning here, and I asked them how long they have been here in US, and they told me 10 years. 15.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised, you know, because most of them, they didn't speak English, even if they were here for so long. And some of them I was like helping with translations. That's when I thought, oh my goodness, so what I can do to help our community, to help them really see that there is a possibility to learn English, even if you'll have like 35 years old, 40 or 50. Yes. And also because when you learn English, you help your children because you have to understand what is happening in school. Who are their friends? Are their friends good? Are their friends bad kids? Who are their family? What the school is saying about their homeworks? You know, really, I wrote this book talking and helping like people be focused in their purpose, you know, and to find the purpose here in US. Because when we moved here, we come with a high school degree or college degrees, you know, and we have so much knowledge, but we have afraid, you know, afraid the new environment, and sometimes we are in depression, you know.
Yeah.
You can translate.
Yeah. So were you talked about something about the bank. Were you working in the bank at the time?
Yes, I worked
After
at the bank
how
for 2
long?
years.
How
2
long?
years.
After how long you learned English? Like
1.5 years.
So after that, you applied to work in the bank?
Yes, I worked like for 9 months at Macy's, and then I applied to work in the bank.
What was your position there?
At the Macy's or in the bank?
At the bank.
I was a teller.
Oh, you were a teller.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
So this is really interesting. So ari kuvuga ukuntu urugendo rwo kwandika igitabo nari mubajije yagize igitekerezo cyo kwandika igitabo gute. Avuze ukuntu yatangiye yiga icyongereza, yari yararangije kaminuza ariko mu zindi ndimi ntabwo yari azi icyongereza na gato. Atangira yiga icyongereza, amaze kumenya icyongereza hashize nk'umwaka umwe n'igice, nibwo yatangiye no gushaka akazi k'abantu bazi icyongereza. Akora muri Messi, ngira ngo ni mbo abantu bose barayizi. Avuyemo akora muri banke nk'umuntu ukora kuri gishe. Abantu bakora kuri gishe bagomba kuvuga icyongereza, bagomba gukora utuzi twinshi dutandukanye. Tujya muri banke baba bagomba kuba bakira abakiriya bavuga icyongereza, yagombaga kukimenya. Noneho akora muri banki, hanyuma nibwo yaje kugira igitekerezo avuga ati ko njya mfasha abantu benshi kubasobanurira icyongereza, mfasha abantu batandukanye kandi nababaza nkasanga bamaze imyaka myinshi hano kundusha, ni ubuhe buryo nabafasha kugira ngo nabo bagire ubumenyi cyangwa se bumve ko ibintu bishoboka. Hari benshi usanga bafite ubwoba baguma muri past cyangwa hahise habo, ariko yandika igitabo kugira ababwire ko bishoboka. Niba uri umumama ufite abana, ugomba kumenya ku ishuri biga gute, ntabwo uzabimenya utazi icyongereza. Urugero, agomba kumenya ibintu inshuti zabo ni izande, ese ni inshuti nziza. Ibintu nk'ibyo nibyo byamuteye ishyaka ryo kugira ngo abashe kurera abana be neza, ariko agomba kubanza kugira icyo abikoraho, kumenya icyongereza, gukora akazi keza, hanyuma yandika iki gitabo. So thank you so much. So what is the great message which is in this book, you believe, like sums up everything?
Yes,
you
the
can
great
tell
message
immigrants?
is how you can build persistence here in US, how you can also build your determination and be very open mind, open mind to learn, like change your mindset. Because when we move here, we think, oh my goodness, I'm here by myself. I don't have my family or my community. I left everything in my country. But when you open your mindset, your mind, and you build determination, this is like the big message on my book. You have like to build determination. You have to have very open mind, so you can really see the opportunity in front of you. And especially when you have a kid, especially if you're like a mom, a woman, because you have to have a different perspective, in your life. And in my book, I also share with you how you can build purpose here, how you can be a decision maker, how you can motivate yourself, because we have depression, we suffer. I was there before, I was a little depressed, trying to understand everything, trying to do everything, and it's just hard when you don't have anyone to talk about those things. And I help in my book, I share how you can help yourself in this way and just build the motivation that you need, so you can really achieve your dreams and follow your dreams here in US.
Ari kuvuga ibintu byiza byinshi, ati iyo ugeze hano muri Amerika uba ufite ibintu byinshi, hari ababa bafite ama depression cyangwa se bumva bafite agahinda, bumva hari ibintu byinshi bitari kugenda neza, ariko message cyangwa se ubutumwa bukomeye muri iki gitabo nyamukuru ni ukubwira ngo persistence and determination. Ni ukuvuga ngo kwihangana kandi ukagira intumbero, ukagira aho ugana, uvuga ati ndagana aha ngaha, ibi nkora ni ibi ngibi, ngomba kugira purpose cyangwa se intego y'ubuzima bwanjye, ngomba kuva aha ngaha nkagera kuri rundi rwego, ariko byose ukabikora ufite intego yo kugira ngo utere imbere, uve ahantu hamwe ugere ahandi. Niyo mpamvu yanditse iki gitabo. So I would ask you, what is your career right now? Are you still working in a bank, or what are you doing these days?
Yes, now I'm a business owner. I own two businesses. One is a cleaning company, and the other one is a personal development and diversity and inclusion company, where I teach people, how they can achieve their goals here in US. And also because I want to be able to share other people, you know, that they're in the same position where I was before when I came. So how they can build themselves here in US, how they can make it big here in US, because this is the country of opportunities, we moved here, we left everything in our country. We have really to take advantage of those great things here, not just for our children, but also for ourselves as a woman, as a person. So that, and also one of my goals is really to connect between immigrant community and also American community, because most of them, they don't know what we do here in Louisville and how we do here in Louisville. And also because I want to help other women, like me, not being struggling.
Yeah, we'll come to that. I have so many questions about that. So, ati ubu ngubu nawe mubajije icyo akora ubu ngubu, ati ntabwo agikora muri banki, ariko afite business cyangwa se ni entrepreneur cyangwa se ni umushoramari ubu ngubu, akaba afite kampani ebyiri. Iya mbere ni kampani ikora ibintu by'isuku by'amasuku, afite cleaning company. Indi ya kabiri afite kampani ya personal development and career, aho afasha abantu how to make it big in America, cyangwa se abafasha kugera kuri izo nzozi zabo, personal development, abafasha kugira ngo batere imbere, n'abafite ibibazo bitandukanye abaha ubujyanama, agafasha nanone kugira ngo abantu b'abimukira bagirane imishyikirano n'abandi b'abanyamerika, community y'abanyamerika, kugira bajye babasha gusharinga izo experience cyangwa gufatanya kugira ngo basangire ubuzima, bigire umwe ku bandi. So coming to the last part you said about women. So in this book you taught us about many things, self-motivation, you taught about having a purpose, all those things. But here I want to talk about, like, especially women, what I saw, like what people have in the community. Like women, they tend to do not have career goals or developing their careers because they want to raise their kids. You've been there, you raising your kids and pursuing your dreams in a career. Maybe you have a lot to share, and many they don't continue education after like having kids, getting married here in the U.S. They struggle a lot to pursue their professional goals and raising their family, because in our culture as Africans, we love to take care of our kids. We love to raise them ourselves. We don't want to throw them in a, let's say, daycare where they put them. We don't want that. Like, we want to raise them as we like, and that have another impact about our career goals. As women, they tend to do not progress, because if they are staying home and the husbands are working, that means there's no way to progress in their career. So I want you to highlight about that, like how you did it as a single mom, raising 3 kids, and also pursuing your dreams.
I always see it's like when you have children, the children reflects on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and everything you learn for your children. That's the way I try to find the balance between being single mother and also pursuing my career, because I told myself everything I will learn I will share with my kids. We will learn together. And while I was raising my children, I was tell my children, look, mama is helping you, but you also have to help mama. Yeah. Because I need to pursue my career, because I want you also to learn what I'm learning. Every book I read, you know, something great or everything I'm seeing, I'm studying, I share with my kids.
You teach them too.
Yes, yeah. I tell them this is what I'm learning, because I want them to learn and be very open mind, you know, because we as a women will stay a lot of time with our children, and our children in the future will be reflect of where they see, and they see us when they see you as a mom, you know, studying, trying to do things, learning, and share them what you're learning in school. And sometimes I came home and I tell my kids, hey, look, can you help me with this pronunciation? Because, you know, kids, they learn very faster English, you know, and they're like, oh, sure, mom, I can help you. And they was like, can you help me reading this? We were learning together. Yeah. You know, that's the way you find the balance. What I will tell the other women, in order for you to, you know, find the balance between your career and be a wife and raising your children, you have to learn together with your children. When your kids go to school, if you are home, you take a book, you read a book, a good book, and you share with your children. Hey, I learned this. If you don't speak English, my children, they helped me a lot with English. They really did. They really did.
Wow.
And yes, and I saw this as a motivation also for us to take that moment, you know, mom and your kids, so we can learn together and trying to find the balance. I'm not saying that it's easier. It is not.
Yeah. So would you say that there is no excuse as saying
Yes.
it's not possible.
Yeah, there is no excuse because it's possible. It's possible if you believe that what you are learning is good for your family. And it is good for your family. My kids now, they are like in school, in a college. They are like pursuing their dreams because I share
Yeah, you
with
see your
them
kids?
my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were little.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we learn each other, we educate each other because as a mother, you are, the example.
Yeah.
And you have to be this kind of example. And also because your children, they want to share with you. Sometimes they come from school and they want to talk about their friends, what they learned. If you are not involved with what your children is learning at school, you have two roles. You have just yours and just your children.
Your children's, yeah.
And you cannot, understand what they are.
If you don't engage
Yes,
to be
yes,
together. Yeah.
yeah.
Ati nk'umubyeyi uru rugero cyangwa se ni wowe example ya mbere, ni wowe urugero rwa mbere abana bawe bareberaho, uvuga ibyo wiga ukamenya bifitiye akamaro wowe mbere na mbere, bikagira n'akamaro umuryango wawe cyangwa se abana bawe, bagendera mu birenge byawe, mbese bagendera aho uvuye. Niyo mpamvu yamuteye kugira yiga ibyo byose, kugira ngo iterambere rye ritume ribere urugero, iterambere rye ribere urugero iterambere ry'abana be. Ariyo mpamvu babashije kuba akora kugira yige, amenye ibyo bazi, nabo bamenye ibyo azi, kandi niba asomye igitabo akagiha n'abana ati mugisome, ikindi bigatuma nawe bimufasha gutera imbere, kuko nibo batumye yiga icyo Cyongereza. Yananirwa gusoma ijambo runaka akaribwira abana be, bakamubwira hanyuma akabisoma. Ati nta excuse cyangwa se nta kintu cy'urwitatwazo ryatuma umubyeyi avuga ati ntabwo nshoboye gukurikirana dreams zanjye cyangwa inzozi zanjye ngewe nzikize ku ruhande. Nta excuse, nawe ugomba kugira iterambere ugeraho kugira ngo ubere n'urugero, wereke abana ko bishoboka nawe ko wateye imbere. Yeah, this is a great message. And there is something here that I see as an American dream. Especially these days, many people are saying, hey, American dream is dead. We coming here, life is not easy, Even people who are still like back home, their families and stuff, they be like, hey, it's not easy. We don't make it. It's really hard. There's no American dream. Life is so crazy and hard. What would you say about it? People who still complain, like they be here, but they complain a lot. They be like, things are not possible as it used to be, maybe. I don't know.
I would say the American dream is what you believe is your American dream. For some people, their American dreams is their children's education, their education for your children. That was also my American dream when I came. When I came here, I said, I want the best education for my children because they didn't have. This is an American dream for me, accomplish this and see my children there at school. And for other people, maybe their American dream is to buy a house because they never had a house before. Or, for example, pursue their career. So you really have to define what is your American dream. And for you women that you are like at the home, and raising your children, you can still build your American dream. You have to ask yourself, and I also give some guidelines in my book. What is your American dream as a woman? What is your dream? What do you want to do? Because the kids, they go to school and they stay at school from 8 until 4.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yes, you have a lot of time to build your American dream. You really have to ask yourself, what is my dream? What is my American dream? And make this happen. I'm not saying that it's easier. It is not. It is not. But comparing our country, where you cannot speak in public, where you have so many difficulty, just start from light, for example, sometimes you don't have consistent light, very little things. Into America, when you come here, where you can find a job everywhere, and in $1, you can make money like this very fast. you can build your American dream. So
Yeah.
the American dream is not that.
Yeah.
You have to define what is
What's
your
your dream?
American dream.
Yeah, that's really nice. Ati nari mubajije hari imvugo ivuga ngo American Dream mu kinyarwanda ruvuga ngo ni inzozi zo kuba umunyamerika, ni ikintu bubakiyeho cyo kugira ngo gutera imbere, kumva ko ibintu byose bishoboka, gerageza ukora ibi n'ibi n'ibi kugira utere imbere. Benshi muri iki gihe ubuzima burakomeye, ibiciro byarazamutse ku isoko, murabizi mwese ubuzima turi kubaho muri iyi minsi, bati ubuzima burakomeye, there is no American dream, cyangwa nta nzozi zindi zihari. Ati American dream cyangwa se inzozi zawe zo kugira ngo utere imbere ni icyo wowe ushaka. Wowe urashaka iki? Urashaka kuva he? Urajya he? Nk'umumama niba uri mu rugo ari kwivuga wenda we na bagenzi be b'abamama, niba abana bajya ku ishuri kuva saa 2 kugeza wenda saa 10, ayo masaha ni menshi. Ese uri kuyakoramo iki? Uri gukora ibintu byo kwiga kugira nawe ugire ikindi kintu umenya? Ese niba uri mu kazi cya gihe wakavuyemo na cya gihe utari mu kazi, ni iki wakora kugira ngo nawe uvive iyo American dream cyangwa se utere imbere? Biterwa rero nawe n'icyo ushaka kugeraho. Ahantu uri hari opportunity zo kuba wakorera amafaranga, watera imbere, gira izindi nzozi uvuge ati ndabivana hano mbijyane ahangaha. So would you tell us a little bit, let's talk maybe wrapping up this conversation about what is in the book, like maybe the highlights of things, like maybe some points which we can take as a take home message.
The book will help you to find your purpose. Yes, what's your purpose here in US? Because we came from a different culture and we end up in another culture, and can be very confusing for you, to understand how you can navigate yourself in this new culture. So this book will help you really define your purpose, and will also help you motivate yourself. If you are home, you are depressed, and maybe you don't even know that you are depressed, but you just don't want to do anything, and you are at home, you don't know. So this book will really help you kind of like open your mind. Oh my goodness, what I'm doing? I'm stuck here. I'm here like 5-10 years. I didn't invest in myself. This book will help you. This book also will help you make a decision, because sometimes we don't make a decision because we don't know. Because it's hard to make a decision, and especially if you don't speak the language, and if you don't have your community or your family. This book will really help you how you can make those decisions, and also help you build your faith. How you can build your faith here in US, how you can look for opportunities here in US, how you can see the opportunity that is in front of you. And you have like all this time, as a mother, where your kids go to school until your kids come home. You have a lot of time to build yourself and bring this self-love, to yourself, and identify the problems that you have. This book will help you discover this.
Ati iki gitabo nka message za nyuma harimo ubumenyi bwagufasha kugira ngo ubashe gukura, ugire intego no kugira ngo ubashe kugira ibintu ugeraho. Iki gitabo kizagufasha niba ari wa muntu uba uri stuck cyangwa se uri ahantu hamwe umaze imyaka 10, wumva nawe nta kintu ukora kituma utera imbere, we investinga muri wowe, hanyuma ukavuga ati ni iki nakora. Muri iki gitabo harimo ubumenyi buzagufasha kuvuga ati ni iyihe purpose yanjye, ni hehe nawe, kizaguhumura amaso, kigufashe. Ndumva ari igitabo cyiza, nararikira abantu kugisoma, ahubwo twamubaza ahantu twagikura. Where can we find this book?
You can find on Amazon. Yes, it's available on Amazon.
Do you have certain kind of like library? Because we have library here. People who I can even tell those libraries, you can go find books over there. Do we have this book over there? Do you know any library that we have?
They are not like official in the library. I gave some to the library's manager that work there, but they are not still in the library. But we can work with this.
Yeah, so kuri Amazon ujyaho wanditsemo iri jambo How to Make It Big in the USA. Ni igitabo cya Selma Jacinto, Is it Jacinto or Jacinto?
Jacinto.
Jacinto
Yeah,
Dominguez,
good.
akaba ari igitabo cye avuga inkuru ye kuba ukuntu yavuye ari umunya Angola w'umu immigrant single mother cyangwa umumama ufite abana be batatu wenyine abarera akava kuri zero akageza ahantu ho gukora mu mabanki no kugira ama business ariko byose abikoze akakwereka ni inspiring and practical guide ni ukuvuga byo biri muri pratique uburyo wabishyira mu bikorwa ukava ku rwego rumwe ukagera ku rundi. This is a really interesting book. I've reading it myself and I liked it and it gave me some purpose and opened my eyes as well.
Thank you.
So I think many people will benefit for that. I saw you speaking in different occasions, so it will help other people. And I believe if they have an invitation to you, you wouldn't hesitate to help them if they ask you to come to speak to their conferences or something like that.
I'm happy to do that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm happy to come and speak to help other people too.
And the final thing, where is your business? Like if you have like where you work, where people can find you, like the address and something like that.
Yes, I still work from home. Yeah, because that's the way I found it to be close to my children instead of moving around. So people can find me on my phone with my phone number 502 601 22.
Yeah, we will share
Yes.
that. Yeah, we will share that. Okay. Thank you so much, Selma. Thank you for everything, every message you said. I really think we're gonna enjoy this and it's gonna help us grow. Murakoze cyane. Iki ni igitabo cyiza twakwiye gusoma ati turabasharinga nimero ze aho mwamusanga rero mushaka ko yaza wenda mu gutanga nk'ibiganiro muri community ahantu hatandukanye kugira abashe kugira iki gitabo kandi wagisanga kuri Amazon nk'uko yavuze wagiza ukagisoma. Thank you. So do you have anything to add, the last message for this?
Yes, and I would like to address to all other women, African women that are here in the US. I know it's not easy. It's hard, but you don't give up on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't give up on yourself. There is so much opportunity here in the US. There is education opportunity. There is work opportunity. There is opportunity for your children. And you also, as a woman and as a mother, you need to learn English. You need to speak the language so you can help better your children, so you can understand what your children are living at school, who are their friends, to protect them.
Yeah.
And also do this for yourself. You know, do this for yourself, because when we moved here, we already had high school degree, college degree, and all the other business idea, because I believe that all African women, we are business for natural, and we can create the business here in US. If you're like afraid that you'll be working all day and don't see your children, you can start a business and have your own time, but you have to do something for you. Don't give up on yourself.
Thank you so much. Rakoze cyane message ya nyuma ati don't give up on yourself. Niba uri umumama we guhagarika inzozi zawe, kora ibintu ubyikorere. Niba ushaka gukora business, ati abanyafrika twifitemo, abanyafrika b'abadamu twifitemo ubushobozi bwo gukora business naturally, like twarabiremanywe, ahubwo reka tubikoreshe, tube creative cyangwa tureme ibintu bimwe n'ibindi, dutere imbere, tubone n'umwanya wo kugira ngo turere abana bacu. Thank you so much. We appreciate thank you for coming. Mwakoze cyane mwese abadukurikiranye. Ndizera ko hari ibintu byinshi mwigiye muri iki kiganiro, kandi nakagaruka tubafitiye ibintu byinshi. Iki cyari ikiganiro the interview of the week, aho tuba turi kumwe n'abantu batandukanye bakora ama profession atandukanye, bakaza kudusangiza ibyo bakora n'uburyo babigezeho. Mwakoze rero, ndizera ko mwize byinshi. Jenny Tofa, nakagaruka tuzongera no mu bindi biganiro tuzaba dufite. Thank you so much. Ciao ciao.
Thank you.
All right.